Welcome to Bar Chord Basics Part 4. This is called Hoppin and Boppin because we're going to be looking at the crocodile rock. So just recapping on where we got to last time, we were playing the E shape bar chords, particularly the C, A, G, F, and then we played a normal D cowboy chord to finish that one off. We were looking at playing them cleanly, and then we use Proud Mary as the song that we practice those on. So hopefully you've practiced that quite a lot and you're ready to move on. So in this part we're going to be using the same theory of movable chords with the E major shape and looking at how we can apply that with minor chords, seventh chords. So hopefully by now you've gone, I can see what's going on here. I'm using my index finger a bit like a capo that moves around. We can talk about capos another time. And I'm just using a bar chord. So any chord shape can be played using that bar, which is pretty handy. So we'll also delve into shapes on the A fifth string, which I'm going to concentrate on in the next part, and then playing a song with some of the chords, that particularly the minors and the sevenths. Alright, so I want you to consider E minor, E seventh and E minor seventh. So when you play those back in your basic chords, you've got your E minor. So we've been working on E, now we're going to go to the E minor, and then you get the E seventh, and then E minor seventh. So all that really requires is simply taking off fingers from this thing you've been learning already. You've been playing your E chords with your second, third, fourth fingers. So now all you need to do is remove one or two of those fingers to get those different chords. So maybe practice that one to start off with. So you've got your E minor, E seventh, E minor seventh. We're not going to use minor seventh in this song, but it's worth having a look at from that point of view. So let's have a look at the crocodile rock intro. So it's just the introduction part, starting off with a G chord. So this part's actually played on the piano, but it's good for your bar chord. So if we play the G, your bar chord on the third fret, and then you go back to E minor. I'm just going to play an E minor with those two fingers, not how you used to play it. And then this is a chromatic climb. Chromatic is semitone by semitone, so it goes F, F sharp, G, and then the next part of it goes up to the C chord, which is the up the top, and then to the D chord. So I'll play that shortly. So that's the intro. We'll do that part first just to get some look at this semitone moving note by note. So far all we've done is natural notes, which is the F, the G, the A, the C, the D. Now we're going to throw in this F sharp, which is the second fret. Same shape, second fret. So not everything's done in natural notes, and that's what I want you to get used to here. And then when we get into the verse, when you got I Remember When Rock Was Young, it throws in a B minor. Now, previously you may have played a bar chord for a B minor or played a simplified version. What we're going to do is we're going to play a B minor by playing what I've just told you about, the B minor shape up on the 7th fret. We could alternatively play it as an A minor shape on the 2nd fret. Same chord, different position. So we'll talk about some of those things later, but raising an A minor by 2 frets is going to give you a B minor. And the other chords that we're looking at here in this is the A seventh, which can be played on the 5th fret, the 7th shape, and then a D seventh, which can be played on the 10th fret. It can also be played on the 5th fret using the A7 shape. So I want you to practice all of those things, but you've now opened up options. You've gone, I don't have to play it in that position. I can play it in different positions there. So let's use that point there to jump into the actual program, the song that we want to play here. So the Crocodile Rock, and listen to it. Once again, I'm not going to concentrate on how to play it or a strumming pattern or anything like that. All we're doing is looking at the bar chords. So, and as I said, this is played on the piano, but it basically goes. So that's the introduction. So it goes the G on the 3rd fret. I'm playing the E minor like this, so just with my 3rd and 4th fingers. Back to my bar chord for the F sharp, 1 fret up, and another fret up, back to the G. So that's just putting a sharp in there. So that's pretty much what I want you to do for the intro. Just practice that. So on and so forth. Okay, so moving, and you can look up the ultimate tabs for that one. Basically, we're using those chords. So we're starting in I Remember, which is starting in G. So you got the I remember when Rock was young, me and Susie had so much fun. So that's your B minor shape. So notice I've only got 3rd and 1st finger, index, and my 3rd and 4th. Then you've got Holding Hands and Skimming Stones. You can go up to the 8th fret. Holding hands and skimming stones. Up to the 10th fret. Had an old gold Chevy and a place of my own, but the biggest kick I ever got. So I want you to practice doing that. Like just go through those things. So you can play around with options here. You can go, I remember when Rock was young. You can go up to there, or you could go back to there. And then I'm recommending for this exercise you go up to 8th fret for the C and 10th fret for the D. So, and you'll notice when you hit the chorus, you've got the crocodile rocking something shocking when your feet just, so there's your A7th shape, feet just can't keep still. I never knew me a better time, and I guess I never will. So the chords we've used there is A7th, 5th fret, leaving your 4th finger off there, and then the D7th I've gone up to the 10th fret. So what I could do is, without confusing it, and we'll talk a bit later on, is going crocodile rocking something shocking when your feet just can't keep still. Now I'm going to play the D7 here. Never knew me a better time, and I guess I never will. Practice those. All the chords are there. Look them up on Ultimate. It's a good exercise to play around, especially that intro, getting that F sharp in there. And then it's got minor with the B minor, and it's got 2 7th chords in there, the A7th and the D7th. So you're starting to increase your bar chord vocabulary pretty well by now. Okay, that's all I'm doing for this one. I'll catch you in the next episode.